Hi friends, Jai Janendra, Namaskar. I am Kavi Sharadaj Mera, Wakil. Today, I have brought for you a new story, titled, Partition. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell us how you like the story by commenting and sharing. Thank you. Soha's sister-in-law had come to her mother's house for partition. Soha's mother-in-law also believed that now that father is no more, the property should be divided equally between the two siblings. But Soha and her husband Manoj believed that there should be no partition. Because there is no shortage of any kind in sister Viba's in-law's house. Father has spent a lot of wealth, given a lot of dowry, and married sister in a very rich family. But mother and daughter were not ready for this at all. Mother thought that my daughter-in-law Soha will enjoy my husband's property. Whereas my daughter Viba should have the right over it. Mother could not see that father had left no stone unturned in giving to Viba. Viba's father had spent about 1 crore rupees on Viba's wedding, and that 1 crore rupees was raised by selling his property. So did Manoj and Soha not have a right over that property? They did not talk about any division, and now Viba wants the division of the remaining property. Soha knew very well that Viba does not have a sister-in-law in her in-law's house, so she does not have to divide any part. Whatever is there is all hers and her husband's, and father had already given her a good amount of property from her maternal home at her wedding. Because he had given about 75 lakhs in cash by selling land worth 1 crore, Viba's father had spent another 25 lakh rupees on his son-in-law's wedding. Which was not a small amount by any means. But Viba said that Manoj has also received a good dowry from his in-laws, so the property should be divided equally. Soha said, "Yes, I have received a good dowry from my parents, so it is my parents' property. What do you have to do with it? And I have come to this house with so much dowry, so I am not going to my parents' house to ask my brother for the division of the remaining property." Mother and daughter were happy that now our wish has been fulfilled. The next day the lawyer Sahab had come home. The lawyer Sahab said, "Everyone sit down and then we will start talking about the division." So Viba, Mother Manoj and Soha came there. The lawyer Sahab said that everyone has not come yet. First call everyone. Viba said, "Uncle, everyone has come. Now who else is left?" The lawyer Sahab said, "No, there are 3 more people left. They are about to come. Manish had given me their number. I have called them." Viba was very surprised as to who was going to come. After a while Viba saw that all her 3 aunts had come there. Viba's mother said, "Hey, you 3 are here suddenly. What's the matter?" All 3 aunts said, "Hey Bobby, I have heard that the property is being divided according to the law. So we have also come here." On this Viba said, "Yes, the property is being divided between me and my brother." "Then what are you people doing here?" The lawyer said, "Viba, when the property is being divided legally, then it will be divided legally. The property will not be divided according to your wish, that if you want it to be divided between you and your brother. This does not happen. The law is equal for everyone and I have received all the property papers. So according to this, I will start the division." Viba and her mother were not able to understand what was happening. The lawyer started saying, "All your ancestral property which is in the name of Manoj's grandfather, not in the name of his father. So all the children of Manoj's grandfather have equal rights on it. So after calculating the value of all the land is worth about 4 crores. According to that, 1 crore each comes in the share of all the 4 siblings. So 3 aunts and 1 crore each of Manish and Viba's father." But Manoj's father had sold a land worth 1 crore during Viba's marriage, which was sold by Manoj's father. Here is the English translation of the story. The land, in which all 3 aunts had an equal share, was sold without consulting them. Manoj's father had sold the land to finance his daughter's wedding. Out of the 1 crore rupees, 75 lakh belonged to the 3 aunts. So, from the 1 crore worth of land that was to be divided between Manoj and Viba, 75 lakh would be given to the 3 aunts. The remaining 25 lakh would be split between Viba and Manoj, giving them 12.5 lakh each. Regarding the house, the papers were still in the name of Manoj's grandfather, so it would be divided into 4 shares, 1 for each of the 3 aunts and 1 for Manoj's father. The house had 2 floors, with each floor being divided into 2 parts. It was left to the family to decide which part each person would take. Manoj and Viba's shares would then be further divided into 2 equal parts between Manoj and his wife, Suha. This news left Viba and her mother distraught. Viba's mother had been dreaming that the sale of the village land would yield around 4 crore rupees, which would be split evenly between her son and daughter, giving each 2 crore. Instead, Viba was left with only 12.5 lakh rupees and a quarter of the house, which itself would be further divided. The three aunts, on the other hand, were overjoyed. They remarked, "We never imagined that we would receive such a substantial share of property in our lifetime, especially from our paternal home." Viba's mother, angered, said, "Aren't you ashamed to return to your paternal home at this age to claim a share?" The aunts replied, "Why should we be ashamed? If your daughter can claim a share from her paternal home, why can't we? The law is the same for everyone." Hearing this, Viba was shocked. Where she had once considered herself the owner of 2 crore worth of property, she now saw her three aunts becoming millionaires instead. Viba and her mother no longer wanted the property division to proceed, but Manoj and Suha were insistent. Manoj declared, "The division will happen, no matter what." Viba pleaded, "Brother, why are you doing this? I don't want any division." Viba's mother tried to reason with Manoj, saying, "Have you gone mad? Why would you want to send your property to your aunts' homes through division?" Suha retorted, "Why wasn't there a problem when the property was going to Viba's house? Now that it's going to the aunts, it's an issue." The lawyer intervened, stating, "Madam, the law doesn't work according to your preferences. You called me for this division, and it will proceed according to the law." Despite Viba and her mother's protests, the three aunts and Manoj insisted on the division. Eventually, the division was carried out. The three aunts, however, gave their shares to Manoj, saying, "We don't need any share from our paternal home, our father spent generously on our weddings. But we will support our nephew, Manoj, in every way." This left Viba with very little property and strained relationships with her paternal home. Moreover, she was now burdened with responsibilities for the household. Realizing her mistake, Viba apologized, "Brother and sister-in-law, I've made a huge mistake. I don't want any share. Please let things remain as they were before. I just want to keep my relationship with my paternal home." But Manoj and Suha were firm. They said, "Viba, what paternal home are you talking about? Paternal homes are for daughters, but you claimed your share like a son. From now on, this is not your paternal home, it is your house. As a son, you must fulfill your responsibilities here." Manoj added, "You must also contribute to our father's annual memorial rituals, just as you took no part in his last rites. You're no longer my sister but my brother, and with the division complete, you must fulfill your duties equally." Viba protested, saying, "How can I manage both my marital home and my paternal home? All the responsibilities in my marital home fall on me." Suha responded, "You should have thought of that earlier. If you want to claim a share as a son, you must take on the responsibilities of a son as well." Viba's mother tried to intervene, saying, "How can you treat Viba like this? She is your sister." Suha replied, "She was my sister when she acted like one. Now, she is my younger brother, and I'll call her by name as I would any younger brother." With this, Manoj and Suha escorted the aunts to the gate, warmly inviting them to visit for festivals, saying, "The joy of a home lies in the presence of daughters, and you are the daughters of this house." Watching this, Viba and her mother stood silent, realizing they had lost everything, their property, their relationships, and the respect of their family, due to their greed and mistakes. What do you think of this story? So friends, how did you like this story? Please tell us by commenting, like the video and subscribe to the channel and share it. Thank you.